Welcome along and thanks for joining me on this video. I've got a load of new equipment through today. So I've got my mics, I've got my GoPro, got the tripod. It's all very, very new to me. I was tempted to go out and practice and, you know, work out how to get all the angles right and get everything perfect. But I think we can all fall into that trap of trying to get everything so perfect that you never actually get anything done. So I figured the best thing to go about this is just to bring you along for the ride. So if you've got any pointers, you think I can do anything better, whack it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you think I've done anything good, obviously I'd really appreciate you popping that in the comments as well. Appreciate the support. So today, it's getting on now in the evening, it's sort of 5:30. I'm going to give it a quick couple of hours and just see how I get on really. This field, I've actually had some, what have I had out of here now? Medieval artifacts, I've had jettons, hammers, so some really cool stuff actually, and you know, I'm quite confident there's plenty more in here to be found. The only downside of that is it's heavily contaminated because of where I'm based in the UK. There's a lot of wartime activity, like a lot. So unfortunately, there's plenty of rubbish around basically. There's shrapnel, there's bullets, and there's buildings that have been knocked over and demolished in the past. So there's a lot of rubbish here. However, you know, I don't actually mind the some of the wartime history, you know, the buttons, the buckles and stuff like that. That can actually be quite interesting. So I'm sure we'll have some of that today, but we'll see how we get on and we'll go from there. I will see you on the first. So we got target here then. It's coming in 49 on the dais. So that's a digger, I reckon. It's got to be on the surface. Is it that? Shut up. Shut up. All right then. Don't know, I've just turned it off. I needed to know. Yep, that's what we got. I don't know what it is. Just a bit of a thing. Well, on to the next. So we got another one here, right next to the previous hole. It's got a bit of an irony tone to it now. So I don't know how well that comes out, but yep, iron all day long. Now then, this is why it's worth looking down at the ground. Like, don't get me wrong, it's nice to go off in your own world sometimes, but it's definitely worth looking at the ground, because look at this. That there is the stem of a clay pipe, which is a really good sign. I'm not going to be able to put an age to it with that, because I do believe that the way that you date these things is by the what are they called? The bowls. That's the one. But if I was to guess, I would say that's probably 1800s. Good find anyway. Happy days. Right then, right next to where I've just had that pipe stem, we've got a 74 looking good on the XY screen. Let's dig it out. It's never good when that happens. basically what I expect has just happened is that there's something called the halo effect. So when an object's in the ground, it can leach, and the detector sees that as a bigger target than it actually is. When you break the soil up, that leaching effect breaks down as well. So it's not always the case, but it certainly can be. But let's get the pointer in it and see what that is. There's something there. Where is it? It's in my hand. It's whatever that is. What are you? It's a little stud off of some jeans, is it? I need to get some new gloves. Yeah, I don't know. See, it's like a little rivet, isn't it? I'm gonna say that's off a pair of jeans, so nothing too exciting, I'm afraid. Okay, then we're on to the next. I have no idea what it is yet. High 70s on the dais. Oh, I see something green. Oh, it's a button. Lovely. Probably World War II. Right, I'll just give it a clean. Bear with. So there we have it after a little clean up. I'm pretty sure that's probably World War II. I'm not sure how well this is focusing, so apologies if it's a bit blurry. But yeah, it looks to me VR. Not 100% sure on ID on that, so I'll have to do that when I get home. But yeah, get a bit more information about it and I'll pop that on the screen for you. So I've got a target here. That sounds like an absolute belter, doesn't it? However, Deus 2, I don't know how well you can see the screen, but on the Deus, your numbers are up here, your VDI, and then you've got your XY screen here. So this is going to be Coke because it's given a great signal, audio signal that is, but the VDI is low, so it's sort of low 30s, high 20s, early 30s, and the VDI is a straight up vertical line. So from my experience, that's Coke. Right, then next one. Where are you? Right. You're having a giraffe. Where have you gone now? Small, whatever it is. Ooh, it's in the clod. Shut up. Ah, what's that? Bit of rubbish, isn't it? Feels like lead, to be fair. But then, don't know. It's heavy, but it's junk. So, eyes only find another bit of clay pipe. It's a very, very good sign, this is. Hopefully, you can winkle out a little hammered. Keep your eyes peeled, people. $81, $82. See what we got. It's lovely and soft. It's been raining real hard. Oh, I can already see it, can you? 303. Classic. Find absolutely tons of these around here. Oh well. 303. Yeah, so, oh, here we go. So I was actually just going to have a little natter here, but straight into a signal there. What are you on, 53? Got to be on the surface all day long. What we got? It's a job for the trowel of truth. Oh, kidding me, man. It's only a bit of lemon foil, isn't it? Oh well, look, it's got plastic attached to it, so we're getting that out of the environment, aren't we? So we're doing a good job. Looks to be like a little blister pack for medication or something, I don't know. But in the bin. Right, next one. If it's not another plague of the detectorists, shotty cap. Tons and tons and tons of shotty caps. I reckon I've pulled out the ground over the years. This one's been there a while, but quite often you get the plastic still attached to them. It's, you know, and that's good because you're getting out of the environment, aren't you? But you can see why that tricks the detector. I mean, look at it. You know, it is what it is. You're going to dig him, so just shut up and get on with it, I suppose. So we got here 91. Now, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. So I figured we'll just we'll dig it together because you never know. It could be a massive silver coin. That is being optimistic, to say the least. Where are you? Let's have a look. Look at that ground, so soft. It's got substantially worse, let me tell you. Probably going to be a big bit of iron now. It's out. And you hear that clipping in the audio? So we'll have a look together, eh? Right. Oh, can you Adam and Eve it? It's only another blooming shotty shell. That's weird actually, because I've been digging loads of these and I'm obviously not going to film them all, but usually, is it it's got to be a shotty, isn't it? Well, it might. Yeah, it's got to be a shotty. Weirdly though, that rang in a lot higher than all the others, which is why I dug it and why I did a livey on it. Oh well, not to worry. Right, on the next hole. Need I say more? As I said earlier, this area is heavily contaminated. So you just got to dig through it, because I know for a fact there is some good stuff here to be found. I'm obviously not going to record any more of these. But you just got to dig them. It is what it is. So the next one is a surface find. That there, my friends, is shrapnel. And that would have likely come off an anti-aircraft shell. Find so much of it and it rings in so good. You just got to dig it. I think that's the thing with this hobby. It's all about persistence. It can be frustrating. Since I've seen you last, I've dug tons more 303s. And you could say to yourself, well, hang on a minute, 303s are ringing in on my machine at 70. You could say to yourself, well, I'll just stop digging 70s then, surely. As soon as you do that, I can assure you, you'll start missing stuff. I've done it on the beaches before. It was ring pulls. I'm pretty sure they ring in at, ironically, ring in at 65 on the dais, and you just know straight away, banging signal, perfect on the XY screen, 65 VDI. You're like, this is going to be a ring pull. I know it. And I was very close, the end of the day, to giving up and saying, you know what, I don't know if I can be bothered to dig this. I know it's going to be a ring pull. Dug it anyway, boom, silver ring. So you've just got to dig through it, unfortunately. But on this occasion, alas, shrapnel. And there'll be plenty more where that came from. Next target, we've got this, I don't know what the actual name of these are. Clippy thing, there we go. Probably, I don't know, it could be off a dog harness or a horse harness, but it's got a nice colour to it. So it's been there quite a while. It might have even been part of the old World War II barracks that were here. I don't know what they would use that for, but it's been there a while, as I say. Nothing overly exciting this time. So this time it's just a big lump of lead, unfortunately. Thing about this sort of thing is that it shows activity. You know, this is, I don't actually think it's got much age to it at all, but still shows activity on the land. Where you're finding stuff like this, you're going to be finding the goodies as well. One for the scrap bucket, really. Yeah, don't throw them in the bin. So any scrap, brass, copper, anything like that, when you get home. It's what I've got anyway. I've got little tubs. Chuck it in there. Once you've got a decent collection, take it down to the scrap man and a few quid in your pocket. Pays for your detecting fuel and all your, maybe not your detecting gear. Not if you're anything like me. All the gear, no idea. But yeah, a little bit of extra money in your pocket and every little helps, as they say. Look at that, folks. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. Okie dokie, that's it for today. Very quick couple hours in the field. Starting to lose the light now, so I'm gonna have to call it a day. Just about hear the birds tweeting away, they're ready to go to bed. Yeah, so today was largely a test. You know, it's about me learning the equipment and learning how it works and, you know, trying to develop a routine. Because one thing I would say is that this YouTube lark is not as easy as it looks. You know, I've been detecting now for 8 years and I've developed a routine, you know, and a process of how I do things and how I go about them, and it's quite quick and I'm just used to it. You know, I can do it with my eyes closed. Once you introduce filming and recording and angles and, you know, interest and stuff into the video, it suddenly becomes a lot more complicated. And, you know, I totally understand that. It's part and parcel of YouTubing, I suppose. I'm absolutely confident that once I've been out a few times and I start getting used to it all, it's just going to become second nature, much like detecting is for me at the moment. I'm just going to crack on with it, and it's just, that's going to be the way it is. So anyway, I haven't found much today. Loads of World War II stuff. I knew that was going to be the case. Best thing is probably that that little button, which I'll do some research on, and I'll pop that in the video if I've not done it already. And yeah, it's I just love detecting. What's not to love about it? What's not to love about being out in the countryside, enjoying yourself and finding history? So anyway, I'm rattling on now. Hope you enjoyed it. It's been a good experiment for me, and thanks for coming, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.